All right, Maroon Sports Network fan faithful, we apologize. We are having some technical difficulties here tonight with our server crashing and bandwidth issues. Hey, you know what? In the world of technology, folks, if you haven't dealt, there's just sometimes things in life that happen, and we just roll with it, just like anything, right? Well, same with technology. We're at the mercy of it here, so we definitely do apologize. If you're hanging with us, bless your heart. Thank you for tuning in. We'll try to do it some justice. It's 8 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. Nothing happened since we crashed. It's 39-20, Maroons lead. But we are hopefully back on air, and hopefully you're joining us. But if something happens, we do apologize in advance. As the internet is it be a crazy tonight, as our famous friends Bill and Ted once said, famously in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Things will be a little crazy sometimes. But anyway, we're back. Maroons are on defense here as the Colts going to try to make a drive to still stay in this and keep their season alive. Have some holding there on number 32. And Taylor Robbins from Pulaski County was held greatly by West Jessamine. We applied pressure, and it's going to move West Jessamine back. 10 yards from the spot of the foul of the holding penalty, so that moves West Jessamine way back for that penalty as the clock stops here. But, folks, James Murray's here, and we definitely thank you for still
I wish I was
hanging
smart
on
enough to
us.
fix our technical problems, Brendan, and I'm not. So
sometimes,
it frustrates me.
Listen, it is. Sometimes things happen, man. We're at the mercy of any little thing, and anyone that's listening that works in tech or anything these days understands totally.
Yeah, I promise they do. Yeah, if they work in tech, for sure.
For sure. So here we go. Here's the carry for number 9 on West Jessamine. Ball pops out.
The ground got it.
They're going to say it's dead ball here.
Good decision there.
Got nothing.
His shoulder, so we're going to take a knee for him, I said here. And definitely his arm while he's holding it up his ginger. So 53, we hope get you a speedy recovery.
Yeah. Good sign of respect, camaraderie here.
Brandon, that last
Pulaski
snap was a missed snap that went all the way in the backfield, and the quarterback had to run it down, and he was about 7 yards behind him. He finally tracked it down, and by the time he got it, the Maroon Nation was upon him, and he just had to throw it away. So it was a great decision this time by the quarterback to throw it away, not lose all that yardage.
Yeah, it was.
But here all of a sudden, we've got 4th down before we blink an eye, and it's 4th down and 6.
Basically just kind of be in the driver's seat here and lock in their spot to play in Woodford County next week.
Folks, we have got a rescue on the way, and this game is still going to take a while. So our district tech man himself, Harold Stanell, is going to be at home in about 10 minutes, and he's going to remote in and try to see what our issues are. So the broadcast will get better soon.
We had a truck
Here
coming
we go.
up 39
Looking to
there,
throw,
struggling.
and number 11, Drew and Abbott, trying to chase him down from behind. Can we get there? Will he cut back and tackle? Leighton Abbott comes and finishes him off, Brandon.
Big hit.
That should be a turnover on downs.
And all right, PC ball inside
That is a
about
Todd, a turnover on downs.
There you go.
So,
a Todd, a Pat,
a Todd
or
and
a
a Pat. 1st and 10 Maroons from our own 11.5-yard line. So 6 touchdowns so far for Bryson Duggar. Let's see if he can get the magical number 7 and pull that out of Rabbit's hat. Mr. Hollywood himself. Here in 45 seconds, Brandon, let's get ready to get us a cold drink and relinquish our duties. Let me take over cameraman duties, and let's let Norman and Austin get here and give a shot at commentating and broadcasting to our viewers. Broadcast 39-20 Maroons. Brandon, we've seen a lot of action so far. I love those 6 Hollywood touchdowns. Defensive player of the game still up in the air. You know, Brady Kane made that big play early, but we've had a lot of Drew and Abbott's name called. We had a lot of Leighton Abbott's name called. We've had a lot of other players. So that's going to be a tough decision for this defense because they are swarming right now to the ball.
Absolutely. It starts with that first play that we saw with Brady Kane in the first quarter, setting, like you said, the tone for this game. and what proved to make dividends to get us out of that first half to where there was
James New. We've called his name a whole lot.
James New's been all over the place.
We got to think about James.
Jericho Dixon's had a heck of a round tonight for us as well, giving us this all, and of course our defensive and offensive line. Everybody's showing out here tonight.
Oh, penalty flag, man. 2 of them. So we got a holding penalty here. Here.
We have multiple flags on the play.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a hold against us.
Brandon,
you know, it's sometimes those referees come out and they throw that flag, and it looks like some of them's got such a good arm that it goes about 35 yards. Do you remember years ago when they threw it and it hit that offensive lineman right in the eye?
I remember. It was huge. That was a huge thing. Ended up like damaging him, his eye and his vision, right? Change things.
All right, 1st and 94. No,
yeah, right.
First
Goodness, that puts you back.
First and
puts your back against the wall here a lot.
So Bryson looking. Is he going to air it out? He airs it out and got him. Denmeyer in stride. There goes the fuzz machine. He's running it.
He's going to score.
94-yard touchdown.
That's his stats tonight are
Bryson
incredible.
Duggar's stats tonight are going to blow the state of Kentucky away. Phil Russell is pointing him up in the booth to us, Brandon Forster, that he made that play call right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think he said that's for Tracy tonight.
There
Way
you
I'm
go.
looking at him right now.
Tracy's in South Carolina, you said?
We see you, brother.
I didn't see him right there. Coach
what a beautiful
Russell.
play. Fuzz, man. Fuzz has got some speed, dude.
Coach Russell
He looks like he's running from the law.
I know.
Fuzz does.
Yeah. Beat all you ever saw.
But
beat all you ever saw.
Fuzz
Just
turn
running
on
from the law. Going back to our theme song, Love, tonight.
Okay,
yeah.
7 touchdowns for Bryson Duggar. Hollywood is offensive player of the game. You're not going to change my mind on that one. So
45.
Back to Mounts kicking.
Bryson Mounts, freshman.
Yes, sir. 45-20.
That's awesome.
94-yard touchdown. Stand corrected. But, Brandon, it's so beautiful to see it up here because you see that up in the air. You see it developing, and you're like, oh, my God, that's going to be perfect right where he is when it falls. And it's just a thing of beauty. I'm probably going to go home and rewatch that pass play.
That was awesome. That's what you want to do. Hit a guy in stride where he's just off to the races and gone. That's a tough play to play.
One day, we are bringing back number 16 and number 12 to the Legend Series.
Oh, yeah.
And then Fuzz is earning that right to come back as well. So 16, 12, 13 are doing a remarkable job.
Seeing him blossom before our eyes. Bryson Duggar just saying, listen, don't you write me off yet, man. I still got it.
7 TDs
The
tonight.
gunslinger, Hollywood Duggar. We got our Ric Flair wooing behind us here. We're loving it here in the booth tonight. 16-time world champion, jet flying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
riding.
Debbie Crowder being a 16.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right. Well, let's get this kicked. Ethan Idlewine, full throttle kicks it, goes to the 10, I guarantee. Nope, a little short this time. 15. Handled by number 19, comes to the right and run out of bounds. Good force out by number 44, James New.
Sporting the compressions.
To go. Let's you and I get ready to transition out and put the young whippersnappers in here for a few minutes and let them give them a shot at commentating. We've had a lot of fun tonight. We've already talked for 2+ hours tonight.
I know, right? That's why I was like,
salt water my
gracious.
voice right here for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's like typically you're closing up the set on a game about this time, and we're
still
still
ready
going.
for Allie LaForce post-game interview.
But yeah, this has been fun, and thank goodness.
Look at Coach Russell down here coaching. Giving Chandler Gobby all this advice over on the sideline.
I love
it.
It's a one-on-one. And so we got Coach Hines talking to Duggar, getting some things done tonight. Maroon football making it happen here.
It's past the line of scrimmage, looked like when he set up. Here we go, handoff in the middle, and gang tackled once again. Looks like that is Connor Haste, among others in on the tackle. So let's see who that's. Drew Abnett. His name's called a lot. Let's go ahead and transition out, Brendan. Rest your voice and get the young whippersnappers.
All right, let's get our young guys in here. Guys, come on in here and give it your all. Step in here up to the mic.
All right, what's going on, Maroons? I'm Norman G, as I'm usually referred to. I'm joined by Austin Denny.
How's it going, Norman?
It's going pretty good. It seems we've had a fairly good game so far. Harris Denmeyer just scored a touchdown.
embracing his inner Chandler Godby right there. 94 yards.
Which is pretty crazy. We've had a really good game so far, going 46-20. So,
As West Jess will take a first down on the Maroon side of the field.
so Austin, how has your night been so far?
Been pretty good besides the stream crashing, but there's not much you can do about it.
The
We're out
stream
here to
has
stream
had
football.
a few technical difficulties. We're working through it, so we apologize for that.
But I don't know how Brandon Foister can see here. I can't see half the field.
Brandon
Number-
Foister's chair is smaller than everyone else's, so it's a little difficult for him to see every now and then.
That's a small gain, looks like 2 yards, second down and 8. Gain of 1, second and 9.
All right, it appears we're getting ready for another.
I can tell. I've been a fan of this cover 2 defense Pulaski's been running. Have them 2 safeties out there ready to get work on the ball, wait for somebody to throw it, and they can get in there and make a play.
You know, this is actually one of my first years really tuning into football and getting the full experience. I've been more of a running guy myself, so it's kind of swell to
Hands it
see about
downfield.
how. Oh,
Another
number
drop
18 on West Jess.
Another drop pass by these receivers. They're not doing number 11 any favors. Right now, Pulaski's just trying to get this ball back, run the clock, and end this game.
So overall, Austin, do you think we had a good first and I guess almost second half of the game?
Absolutely. You know, when your offense is out there firing on all cylinders, you know, Chandler Godby's at his best, Harris Denmeyer at his best, everybody's at their best, especially Bryson Duggar. Hollywood's out there making plays. 6 touchdowns. First down by West Jess. I like what West Jess is doing. They know their receivers are having a hard time catching the football, so instead of throwing it downfield, they're trying to hit those check downs. Get an easy ball to catch, let them break some tackles, and run after the catch. But I'm
Here
not a
goes
fan of
11 on West Jess, making coverage.
breaks
And
a tackle,
he is
and this
tackled by Brady Kane.
This
Not
is-
tackled, I apologize.
is the part of the field I can't really see. So, let Norman carry you through this part of the field.
Alrighty, so yellow flag gone up on number 57.
And unsportsmanlike conduct. This late in the game, that should not happen. I know you're down 26, but you shouldn't be trying to get penalties like that. With your season on the line, you're going to get an unsportsmanlike penalty. I know tempers are going to flare. It's going to boil over every play, but you can't do that.
So while we have a little bit of downtime, how have you been enjoying your experience on Maroon Sports Network?
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing working with the amazing Landon Sykes, who's not in here right now. Landon is not in here right now.
Our
with
main
us.
guy, though, Landon Stikes, he's really helped put this together more than better. We got 2 new recruits earlier today, Braxton and Joey. They're doing pretty good up here themselves. Joey's running Landon's spot. Braxton's currently running the camera, so from what I can see, because the stream's still down, we're doing pretty good.
Drops back. Caught by number 19, looking to make a play. Takes
Tackled
2
by
Maroons to
number
take him down.
44 and
Number
others.
10.
30-yard line, third down and 4.
Third down. Do you think they go back to the shotgun formation like they have all of this drive?
I would say so, honestly.
It's almost like they're scared to call an under center play right now, just because the way this defense has been. Leighton Abbott off the side's been getting after him every time. You got J Bells, and Jericho's been playing all over the field right now.
I could say the same. He really has been. Leighton's been doing pretty good himself, as you just mentioned, so. Oh,
Wrapped up by a sea of Maroons. J Bells is the main one on that, number 57. No gain.
and
Fourth
it's
and
fourth
4.
down, 4th and 4.
At this point, absolutely, you cannot kick a field goal. Especially from this distance, I don't think many high scores can make that.
But hey, we could always be in the wrong. You know, it
Especially
could happen.
down 26, get to 23, you're still down, 3 possessions. You really can't do much about it.
22 going through. Pass to 19. It is
Incomplete.
incomplete.
Brady Kane in the area didn't have much influence on the ball, but was still there. Pulaski County ball at their own 31. Looking for Harris Denmeyer to make another play, Norman?
Well, it could be Harris Denmeyer. It could be Chandler Gobby. It could be Hollywood. Who knows what's going to happen?
I would like to note that Chandler Godby, coming out of the locker room after halftime, walked immediately over to the trainer's bench. Looked like he was still roughed up from a hit he took in the first half, but then that drive he caught a passing touchdown, so who knows?
I'd say it's the adrenaline rush, honestly. When you're this good in the state, I mean, I wouldn't give up that easily either.
Hands it off, number 22, Idawine. Looks like a gain of 2.
Second down and 8.
Second and 8, I expect another run. You're really just trying to kill this clock. I mean, they come out here and prove that this was a must-win game. They don't want to be sitting at home on the couch next week.
I would say being regional championships, correct?
Yes.
I would say that this is a pretty tense game for both teams. I wouldn't want to be out of the season this early either. So I mean,
That brings it back to the unsportsmanlike penalties. We've seen them in the first half. You know, you get run out of bounds and you're going mouth off to players that weren't even involved in the play. You really can't do that. But now I can kind of understand why they're doing it. You still can't do it.
it is 3rd down and 4. Let's see how this unfolds.
I'm expecting a Chandler Godby slant or a post route from him. Something small, get him on the run, lead him out, and let him get some yards.
As I've mentioned before, even if you are still watching back at home, the broadcast is still having a few technical difficulties. Our internet seems to be being the problem at this point. But we're hoping for best. It is
4th down, bad ball by Bryson there, but as long as it's not picked, I don't think there's ever a bad incompletion. So 4th down for the Maroons right now. Looks like they're sending out the punting squad.
just for a note. I would like to thank all of our sponsors that have stuck with us through Maroon Sports Network all year. It has been an honor absolutely having all of you here. Hopefully, when we transition to basketball soon, we will see all of you again. Honestly, you guys have been such a big help for this entire program, and we can't thank you enough. Number
Punt.
14 punts.
Looks like it will be down at the 26.
26.
27.
20. I would say 27.
Yeah, 27. So defensive player of the game, it's still up in the air, but I'm thinking Leighton Abbott. Is every play he's either been in the quarterback's face or on top of him on the ground, holding him down, stopping him from making plays.
Well, Austin, while we have a little bit of downtime, I would also like to mention that the other clubs that are going on, FBLA has been taking absolutely everything by hands lately with the Shotville Christmas project coming up. We're all pretty excited for that.
FFA had their pumpkin smash
FFA
today.
had their pumpkin smash for cancer earlier today, which was really an awesome thing to see. We had raised around $700, which is really crazy just to go smash a pumpkin. But it's all going to a good cause.
Number 19 telling you, those easy swing passes, they got them. You got somebody who can actually move into space, you really need to find him. Number 11's been good at creating his own space, except when you got three players after you, you can't make that space up. I'm expecting Brady Kane to either rush in or play man coverage on one of these wide receivers.
I can agree with that.
Actually, we'll be ending the
All right,
third
that is
quarter.
the end of the third quarter. Final score for the third quarter is 46 us, and I would say
It's just been an amazing game overall. You played 3 quarters of football. We aren't done yet, but this score's kind of got out of hand.
all right. So while we're waiting, we all have.
They're bringing out the trumpets. I feel like Edwin Diaz is about to take the mound. Too bad they couldn't make it to the World Series, Go Mets.
We have several things going to be unpacked within the school year still, including basketball. Joining us is Connor Denny right now.
Connor Denny.
Did I say a few words, Connor?
Nothing. I'm just glad to see the Maroons come out here and good 46-20 going into the fourth quarter. I think it's got everything to do with that bad moon rising and Johnny Hines bringing in all that moon power and spreading it throughout the team. Roll Tide, roll Maroons.
Thank you, Connor, for your words of input.
If we can't get Johnny Hines at the end of the game, just get Connor Denny to do it. Number 11's they got to stop these small runs. You can't keep doing this. You're down 26, fourth quarter, throw the ball. Even your receivers can't catch, you still got to try to find them. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 41. Right now, I'm looking at a swing pass to number 19, get him into space. The worst thing that can happen here, you throw an interception, and you get a little bit more hopeless on the sideline.
All right, here we go. Pass number 13 on. Oh, 19.
A beautiful slant route right there.
Brady Kane in the area again. He seems to be hot on his toes.
We're going to see what the call is right now.
Added, Brady Kane is not looking too happy.
He's looking over to the sideline, asking his coaches what he did wrong. When you're in the field of play, you really can't tell what you did wrong till you go back and watch it.
It's almost like a little guessing game, I would say. Personally, I would also be upset. I'm confused on what I had done wrong for getting a call against me.
Defensive player of the game might actually go to Chandler, who's lined up as a cornerback right now. Another handoff. This one goes big, though.
Oh.
Getting a first down off of that. First run, first down, first run, another first down. The only thing I'm seeing here from West Jess right now, you had a good run game, but it's time to shift away from that. I know you got 10 yards on that one. You needed 20. You needed 30. You got to get your players out of bounds. You can't let that clock roll. Another swing pass, and he drops it. That would be an incomplete pass.
That's an incomplete pass on number 9, as Austin just mentioned, so...
I think Chandler Godby can't even understand why they're running swing passes now. He's even confused at it.
You know, Austin, as I'm experiencing my real first year of football to watch even, I'm learning more and more about football. I'm still a little inexperienced, but I'm trying to learn as I go. The game's super intense and always super interesting. I really enjoy it. I just need to work on my plays and see all what I can learn more of. As a pass to 40, Brady Kane in the area. Big hit by Brady Kane.
Speaking of Chandler Godby on defense right now, you look at a lot of Pulaski's players who play multiple positions. You got Aiden Wesley playing tight end and defensive end, which I think that's a crazy thing to do. So 10 minutes and some change left on the quarter. Number
11 from West Jess. So I would say that was pretty good.
The best part of that play was he was out of bounds. That's all they got from that. especially when you're down this big. I'm going to say it again. You can't keep running these short little 2-yard runs. You get to the outside and you go out of bounds. Actually, the clock will start rolling. He did not get out of bounds on that, so that's pretty much a wasted play.
Back in there.
It's crazy to think. I don't know why, but when I see number 11, I'm thinking Warren Moon in those colors. I don't know why. It's just the way this quarterback's playing, trying to put his team on his back. I'm thinking Warren Moon. And Norman has no clue who that is.
Like I said, it really is the first year I've become involved in football. I'm still learning how everything really functions. I've just been recording. I'm trying to learn better. Hopefully for next year, which I will unfortunately be graduating along with most of MSN. But
Number 11 rolling out. Easy walk in. Touchdown.
that's a touchdown by number 11.
You're still down 20 points, given they make this 19 points. But do you go for 2 here to make it an 18-point game?
I mean, I think they have a shot, but it is still almost unlikely to happen, I would think. But I'm usually wrong when it comes to my point of guess, so let's see what happens.
They hit this, they would make it a 19-point game. You still need 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, and a field goal.
Number
or you can go 3
44
touchdowns.
is going to kick for the...
Looks like especially in the red zone, you can't afford to make those penalties
I would say
happen.
for all of Pulaski's home games, this is probably the most penalties I've ever really seen in a home game this year.
You missed that one game probably 30% of the time. That was a very awfully officiated game.
There you go. Wiggle, wiggle, whoosh needs its own Twitter account. Yeah, that's right.
Number 44 for the field goal. It looks to be complete.
It's good. And another flag, unnecessary or sportsmanlike conduct is what I'm assuming. It was good.
It was good.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against West Jessamine.
As everyone's changing out, we are currently 46 and 26 with 8:51 left on the...
Right there, that just shows how unsportsmanlike conduct, there's no place for that. You're already losing big. You're going to mouth off after you made an extra point. Are you serious? Come on now. You got to be better as a player right now. Especially West Jessamine. You can tell they were getting chippy towards the end of the first half. Now they're still getting chippy.
Henry Gillum. Henry Gillum, put your phone up here.
If you're watching the broadcast, Henry, we have your phone up here in the booth.
Yeah.
Please come retrieve it.
$300 cash app. DoorDash.
DoorDash
We had
for everyone
some-
at the game from Henry Gillum's Cash.